Well, the sun is just starting to come up above the horizon here this morning as I begin the video for December the 5th. And it's titled, Standing Rock and Corporate Insanity. Even the mainstream media is reporting on the fact that military veterans by the thousands are stepping up to assist the Native Americans defending their land and water rights at Standing Rock in North Dakota. Of course, the corporate governor of the state is siding with the mercenaries who are being paid to protect those committing crimes against humanity by attempting to put an oil pipeline through tribal land. Wake up, folks. We have not needed oil for heating and transportation purposes for more than a century. It's all fraud by the elite families that want to rule the world. Business as usual is a threat to human existence on this planet. Thousands of patents have been squashed that would give us free energy and other amazing technologies that would literally change the world. It's time to force the mainstream bankers, politicians, and media to tell the truth. Will Donald Trump do this, or will he remain controlled by the so-called power elite? Indeed, a friend posted on my video from the previous video, and he informed me of what's going on at Standing Rock. And that's good news that military veterans are stepping up. Some say 2,000, some say up to 10,000 veterans are taking position in North Dakota. This is a very good development. But as I said in the blurb, it requires the governor of the state, the corporate governor of the corporate state, to step down and stop interfering with the rights of the people. Governments do not have the right to impose their will on others without due process of law. It cannot be done by dictates, and it cannot be done by executive orders. That's a dictatorship. That's not even a democracy. Not that democracy is the answer, republic is the answer, but democracies at least give people a voice. Anyway, folks, I'm very, very, very tired. I'm not getting the kind of sleep that I'd like to get. I wake up far too early, and I have to deal with issues here with little piss ants all over my desk this morning. When I get up and turn the lights on, I'm amazed. And they're eating my notebook. I mean, not even food. They're literally, look at this. I mean, it may not look like much, but you can see the edge of the paper there where they're literally starting, they were all filled in this notebook, which is where I keep phone numbers. And they were literally eating the corner of the paper. So, I mean, I'm dealing with insanity here, and we're all dealing with insanity in the world that we live in, that world that we call home. And it's time for somebody to do something. It's time to stop suppressing the technologies that have been provided to us to show us alternative ways of living that would not require us to labor for fake money all of our lives without contributing to the well-being of humanity. They being the elite, want to reduce the world's population down to a manageable 500 million people. They want to eliminate everybody else, all the so-called useless eaters. This is the corporate insanity. This is the craziness that runs our world. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to get it? And more importantly, when is our creator going to get it? Now, somebody said, Ron, it's a free will zone. We're in a free will zone. They can do what they want. Yes, and their free will ends where mine begins, just as mine ends where they begin. We have the right to speak our mind, to raise our voices, to stand up for what we believe the truth is, but we don't have the right to prevent others from doing that. And it's time to prevent people, now here's this, there's going to be a contradiction to what I just said. We have to prevent people in high places from lying to us. That needs to be a crime that's punishable by divine law or any kind of law. Donald Trump, makes a lot of really great promises, but he's in favor of the status quo as far as business as usual. In fact, he doesn't want even business as usual. He wants to accelerate the business opportunities, which is good in the United States, but it can't be based on the false money system, and it has to be able to release these Tesla technologies and other technologies that have been around since the beginning of the 20th century, folks. When are we going to get it? We don't need what we've been told we do need, because it's been lied. We've been lied to by our educators. We've been lied to by our government officials, by our media, we've been lied. I mean, everything in our world is based on lies. When are we going to wake up? Can we wake up? Will we get the help that we need from a loving creator that actually cares and overruns the free will zone by making it truly a free will zone? Again, that sounds like an oxymoron, right? We have to stop those that usurp others' free will for their own benefit and enrichment as far as power positions and stuff like that. This is what has to stop. The liars, namely Lucifer and his minions, need to be stopped at the spiritual level, and the cabal at the human level needs to be stopped, and all of those that are subhuman, that human pretenders like the Queen and the royal families and stuff like that, these need to be exposed and brought into alignment with a higher purpose. And until that is able to be accomplished, we're going to have problems that are insane. We're going to have to deal with the insanity, because that's what corporations, legal fictions are. They're insanity. They do not even recognize that humans have free will. They do not recognize that we are created with the gift of autonomy. But we're not allowed to show our autonomy. Those that speak out, many of them, if they get too big a voice, end up trying to be silenced. Thank God that more and more of those that they're trying to silence are speaking out even louder. We've got to rise up, folks. We've got to rise up and take back our human rights from these charlatans that would undermine everything that's true and decent and beneficial for our awakening, for our development, for our coming into our own power. Power belongs to all of us equally, not some more than others. That's the fallacy of government. That's the fallacy of the system that we have. There are those that are egomaniacs and ego-driven that think they have the right to rule over others. Nobody has the right to rule anybody else. We need to be a free people. Why is that so hard to understand? What is it that you don't get about that? Anyway, this is my rant for today. Excuse me. And I do thank you for listening, and namaste.